Well, hello everyone. My name is Robert Lischak here with Dylan Spalding here in Newport Richey, Florida, as the Bobcats take on St. Petersburg College. The Titans coming back here after they won against PHSC. Again, my name is Robert Lischak. I'll be your play-by-play man for the first time, along with an experienced man, awesome individual, Dylan Spalding here. So, first of all, let's talk about these two teams. These teams are riding high right now. They both are riding high. You have St. Petersburg, who is 5-1 right now, and then you have PHSC, who's 4-3, just above 500, had their biggest margin of victory against Ave Maria. So what can you tell us about these two teams?
Yeah, I mean, you look at this SPC squad heading into the season, 3 players currently averaging over 10 points a game on the season. That's going to be challenging for this PHSC squad. It's a bit of an inexperienced roster that this team has under head coach Nick O'Neill. So this is going to be a team that's going to be tested tonight offensively and obviously defensively as well. A lot of size on this roster amongst a lot of their forwards. So it's going to be a really big challenge. But there's some difference makers. Isaac Heaven, we talked a little bit to Coach O'Neill. He said that Heaven's definitely a huge piece to have back in the lineup. And then obviously Nicholas Pouliot, what he's been able to do early on this season for the Bobcats. It's really going to be an exciting matchup. Should be a lot of fun to see how this team does after a couple of tests against D1 opponents here tonight.
All right, well, 30 seconds before this game right now. We'll take a quick break because there's going to be the national anthem, I think. So we'll take a quick break right here, and we'll get some Bobcat action here in Newport Richey, Florida. The Bobcats taking on the Titans. Righty, everyone. My name is Robert Lischak, right here at PHSC, along with Dylan Spalding, of course. Right now, they're about to begin this game. Dylan, who do you think on the Bobcats side is going to stand out tonight?
Yeah, I think we talked a little bit about it. Nicholas Pouliot has really been one of the stars early on this season. I mean, you look at the way he's been able to produce for this team defensively and offensively, and the aggressiveness overall from this team has really been something to keep an eye on. Again, Pouliot's been in the center of a lot of it. We saw on Tuesday night what he was able to do to kickstart the game. So definitely giving that momentum early to the Bobcats is going to be important, and Pouliot could easily do it. Obviously, again, Isaac Heaven being back out on the floor now here for the Bobcats, one of their star recruits coming into the season. He's somebody as well that's going to be very interesting to see tonight here for the PHSC. So it's going to be an exciting one, a really exciting team here in the Bobcats against an experienced team here in SPC.
All right, we'll talk about the referees for just a moment. The referees are Justin Gonzalez, Nathan Radcliffe, and Thomas Williams. Here's our starting 5, by the way. We have number 5, Nicholas Pouliot, along with number 2, Isaac Heaven. We also have, I believe it is number 14, Brady Nuxton, and then as well, I think it is David 40, is it 40?
24?
24.
24, Kalen Wiggins.
Kalen Wiggins, sorry. All right, here comes number 2, Isaac Heaven, going to pass it to number 24, Kalen Wiggins. Here comes a three-pointer, but it's missed, deflected. Here comes Michael Moten up the court for the Titans. Going to pass it to number 11, which is Dimitri William. Here comes number 12, James Leach, for a shot. Up again, thanks to the help of number 30. Attempted shot there, but it's blocked. Here comes number 12 on the Bobcat side. Bobcats rolling. Here's number 2. Oh, here's a fight. Now goes back the other way with the Titans. It's number 1, Michael Moten, defensive player. Here comes number 4. Ball is tipped, though. Possession by Mason Blazer, but it was, I believe, tipped by number 1, Darius Moore. So now here comes the Bobcats. Already early defensive start by the Bobcats, by the way.
Yeah, Mason Blazer, somebody you're going to have to watch out for this SPC team. He's definitely going to be the man in charge tonight, if you will, for SPC. 17.5 points, or a little under that. And already a drained shot for SPC as they take the early 2-0 lead.
Yeah, nice shot there by the Titans. Now here comes PHSC on their side, or the other side of the court, I should say. Here comes number 5, going to pass it to number 20, which is Gene. Now here comes another pass. Going to go on that side. Here comes a possible three-pointer. That is in by number 12, which is Marcus Shade, an underrated offensive player. Here comes the Titans on the other side of the court. Number 11 with a nice floater there from, I believe it is Dimitri William.
Yeah, Dimitri William, 10.8 points per game, and one of those 3 players who are going to be big offensive presence. And so far, neither team has the advantage here in this game, Robert, and we'll see if one of these teams can pull away, but it's going to be challenging if you're the Bobcats, especially against the size here tonight for the Titans.
And here comes a nice shot by number 24, Kalen Wiggins, from a pass by number 20, Lucas G. Now here comes the Titans slowing down a bit. Right now, the ball in possession by number 1, Michael Moten. A one-on-one against number 2, Isaac Heaven. Now here comes a shot. That ball is going to be tipped, but no, it doesn't get in. Here comes another shot. Good job by the Titans there by number 12, Dimitri William. Already a good player for the Titans. Has already shown some offensive capabilities. Here comes the Bobcats the other way in the court. Number 2 has possession. Is going to pass to number 24, Kalen Wiggins. Here comes, I believe, Shade. Shade's going to pass it to Palat. Palat back to Gene. Some pressure. Here comes number 24 for the free-thrower. Oh, my goodness, what a nice shot. Kalen Wiggins. A nice shot right there, 8-6 so far. Here comes number 11, Dimitri William, already proved to be a good player in the early parts of this game. Getting defended. Here comes number 4. It was passed to number 4, and here comes a nice pass from Mason Blazer to, I believe, another three-point attempt by number 1, which is Michael Moten. So Moten, now here comes the PHSC Bobcats having possession of the ball. They're going to go ahead all the way up in the court with some speed here. Nice shot, but it's going to be tipped and deflected. Good attempt by Wiggins. Now here comes the Knights the other way. Michael Moten has the ball.
Yeah, that's a defensive paid presence there from St. Pete College. That's going to be tough to challenge here if you're the Bobcats. Talking to Nick O'Neill pregame, he said he just has to be, they have to be aggressive and make them work and hope that they make mistakes. That will be the key here tonight so far.
Attempt by number 4, Mason Blazer. Good three-pointer right there, and now it's 8-9. Bobcats coming up the other way. Number 2, Isaac Heaven with some speed. Going to pass it to Wiggins. Now goes back to Palat. Attempt, but it is failed. Now here comes the Knights the other way. Ooh, pressure by the Bobcats on number 11, William here. William communicating to his fellow Titans here. Possible opening, but number 12, James Leach, trying to get somebody to pass him the ball. He's right there, but there's going to be some internal pressure by the Bobcats. Here comes a shot. Shot is missed on the board. Coming up the other way is Isaac Heaven with some agility and speed. Here comes a pass. Back to Isaac Heaven.
Yeah, Coach Ernest Crumbly already making a wholesale swap here. Coming in will be a wholesale swap, so maybe not liking what he sees early on here from the starting group.
A shot there by Garcia, but it is no good. Here comes the ball knocked out from the Bobcats defense on their part, and that one is going to go in. Make it 8-11.
I think one thing early on we're seeing, Robert, is definitely a much cleaner game than what we've seen, and that's really going to be important for the Bobcats. They have to be disciplined in terms of their ball handling and also in terms of just possession here tonight. They're going to have to be almost perfect if they want to have a chance to try to knock off SPC. Again, this is a very talented and athletic team.
And that's a nice shot right there, a pass to Palat. Nice floater right there for the Bobcats, making it 10-11 with 14 minutes and 44 seconds on the clock. Here comes Michael Moten, going to pass it to William. William going on that side, but now I think there's going to be a foul.
Yeah, Pouliot there charged with the foul, and now we'll expect a full-sale timeout here for SPC, or a full-sale change, I should say, for SPC.
So already early on in this game, right, there's a lot of pressure, it seems, on both sides. It's definitely much cleaner, like you said, but pressure right now on both sides. So what do you think? What's going on in their minds? What do you think?
Well, I think you got to be happy if you're PHSC. You're keeping it close here. It's only 10-11. Again, this is an SPC team that is very talented, has a lot of big offensive scorers. They could easily get ahead early in this contest. So for PHSC to be able to hang around early, keep this game competitive, that's very important as we continue this first half. And we'll see if this can continue for the Bobcats as we come out of the timeout and out of the break. But overall, so far, you got to be happy with PHSC. They're playing aggressive towards the paint, which is something Nick O'Neill wanted to do, and they've been able to pretty much successfully have a lot of those opportunities. So it's been an impressive showing for PHSC, but again, you cannot allow SPC to get into their rhythm and basically play into their style of play, because that will kill PHSC's chances here tonight of having a shot to really play solid basketball against this team, given the disadvantages, and that's really, again, the big key coming into tonight's game, and so far PHSC's done a good job. They've been sound so far.
All right. Number 0, Brandon Davis for the Titans, has possession of the ball right now, being guarded by a Bobcat, number 22, Henderson. Now it's going to pass to Davis. Davis has some pressure. Number 22, Henderson. Now it's going to be shot, and that is good. Shot, nice shot by number 10, Rashad Simpson. It's now 10-13 now, the Bobcats. Guess who has it? Heaven on the Titan side of the ball. Although now that is going to be going the other way for the Titans. It's going to pass to number 10. So a turnover on a play right there.
Yeah, Marcus Henderson just stepped out of bounds there. Just a small mistake, and those things help the Bobcats here, and you got to take advantage on the mistakes.
Heaven has the ball right now. We're going to pass it to Wiggins. Here comes an attempted shot, but that hits the rim. Titans have possession. Long throw. That ball's going to be out of bounds. That was an attempted pass to number 32 for the Titans, Joel Teray.
Yeah, SPC, I think, trying to push it a little bit too quick there, and again, mistakes again happening. Obviously, the Bobcats weren't able to take advantage of the last mistake that was made. Not a really good shot opportunity there for Heaven.
And now they go the other way. That was a bad pass. Now here comes, I believe that is number 10, Simpson. Now here comes an attempted shot. That one is hit the rim and then onto the board. Isaac Heaven still has a long pass to a Bobcat. That is number 12. No, not number 12. I apologize. Number 20, Lucas G. Now here comes Heaven. He has possession of the ball again. Trying to go up the middle, but there's Titans blocking his way. Pass to now Shade. Now it's going to go back all the way to number 24 for the Bobcats, Wiggins. Now trying to go deep and in. Attempted shot, but it is no good. Heavy defense by the Titans here. And here comes the pass, and it's going to have possession for number 0, Brandon Davis. Now here comes an attempted pass, goes to 32, and now another three-point attempt by number 5, Isaac Edwards, but is no good. Now Heaven has possession, going all the way back to the Titans side of the court, trying to find a way here to possibly score. Going to pass it to Palat.
Yeah, PHSC trying to set up the screen there, just not able to connect or not able to execute it properly.
Shade passes to Palat. Palat tries to go in. Here comes Shade. Another attempt, but that is not good. Not good right there. Hit the backside of the board. Now here comes the Titans the other way. Going in. That ball, saved by the Titans. Here comes number 10, Rashard Simpson. Now he's going to pass it to Davis. Still 10-13, 11 minutes and 40 seconds left to go. Here comes a three-point attempt. It hits the rim. Heaven has the ball again for the Bobcats.
Yeah, and we're just seeing a stretch right now of just maybe not ideal shot attempts here so far from both teams. And
that ball missed, shot by number 24, Kalen Wiggins. Now here comes the Titans the other way. Passes it to Brandon Davis, number 0. Freshman from Keystone Academy in Pennsylvania. Pass to number 32, Joel Ray. Ball is on the ground, pressure by 5 Bobcats. Number 2, Isaac Heaven, has some frustration right there. There's a foul there. I believe it was a push. So already, right now, I think it is the the second foul for the Bobcats. You know, we talked about fouls last time in our broadcast, how they can be detrimental to a game.
Yeah, so far, I mean, you got to look at it. I mean, 2 fouls early in the or midway through the second half. Definitely not terrible where you're at right now in the second half. Obviously, if it continues to progress, I would think that's definitely something to keep an eye on. But so far, only 2 fouls, and overall, it's been a physical game, but it's been a clean physical game, and I think we've seen that so far. But there have been a stretch here of about a minute or two where the I guess you could say shot selections haven't been the best here from both squads, and I think that's definitely going to be something that needs to be cleaned up. And really, for any of these teams to get momentum, they have to be able to get on a bit of a run here, and neither team has been able to kind of push ahead here in the first half. So far it's been an interesting first half in that sense, but again, a lot of game left. It's still early, but 10-13, interesting first half, early half to start out.
So right now they're going to set up as Bobcats and Titans go on the court. It looks like it is number 22 who will be shooting here. I believe so.
Yeah, I believe they called the foul on Pouliot there, Robert.
Yeah. Marcus Henderson will be shooting. He is a guard, a freshman, 6'3" from Dallas, Texas. Now here with the Titans. That first shot is good.
Yeah, Henderson so far in the season, perfect from the free throw line, and definitely a lot of good free throw shooters on this roster here for SPC. That'll definitely be something to keep an eye on as if PHSC does get into any bonus trouble here tonight.
Pass from Jefferson to now Wiggins. Some pressure on Heaven. Gonna try to go deep, throws it back to Jefferson, tries to go in. The ball is taken away. And now number 11 for the Titans has possession. William gonna pass it to Henderson, to Simpson. 10 minutes and 20 seconds left. Goes for a shot, that's gonna miss. Another attempt, but that goes back the other way. Here comes number 23, David Varell. Shaw's gonna try to shoot, but that's tipped. Another attempt, that goes in. What a nice floater there. Trying to keep the play alive. That is something that the Bobcats have done really well this season. Now here comes the Titans trying to get another scoring opportunity. Oh, wow. I believe by Isaac Edwards, that shot goes past 2 Bobcats. Now here comes Jefferson going the other way for the Bobcats. Gonna pass it to Wiggins. And then to Shade, number 10, Shade. Going to try to go in for a shot. That's going to deflect off the board and the rim. Titans bursting with speed. Going to go to number 11. William there. Pass it to number 22, Henderson. That shot is good. It is in.
Yeah, now it seems like SPC is finding their rhythm here. They're on a bit of a run. PHSC did have an opportunity there on the Villa roll.
Oh, my goodness. That was a bad mistake by the Bobcats. A battle between number 11, William, and a Bobcat, and I believe that is a foul.
Yeah, and
Grab.
Kalen Wiggins there, yeah, on the foul. A little aggressive there, maybe on the foul. On the foul there for Wiggins. I mean, you're one-on-one. You obviously don't want to allow another 2 points to go on the board here if you're SPC, or if you're PHSC, I should say. But
so William will be shooting right now. William is a guard. He is a redshirt sophomore from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Bobcats coming up the other way. It's Heaven. Now there's a battle between him and William. One-on-one, aggressive defense in the middle of the court. Going to try to get through, but there is no luck for this Bobcat. Tries to go in the center, tries to shoot. I believe that's another, is that a foul?
yeah, able to draw the foul there was Isaac Heaven. That's a good job by Heaven, able to push offensively there. That's what you have to do here if you're PHSC, Robert, is you just have to be able to push towards the rim and maybe hope to draw a couple of fouls as well. That's going to go a long way here, especially against a team of this caliber and this size of SPC.
So Heaven gets one there. So the score is 13-22 with 8 minutes and 47 seconds left in this first half. That goes in, so good job by Isaac Heaven. Here comes the Knights. William has the ball. Going to go on the right side, or try to at least, but goes down. A nice pass now to number 10, Simpson. Simpson going to go and pass it back to number 11, back to William. Williams in the center of the court. The shot clock is going down here. Going to try to shoot it, but that is way over, and that is another foul, I believe. Is that another foul?
It's going to be an offensive foul there, Robert. That's a good job there by PHSC, able to draw the foul on SPC offensively, and now they'll get the ball back. So this is a good chance here for PHSC to try to get some momentum here. Again, you're trailing by 8. It's still not far out of it. Obviously, you're only in the first half, but you definitely don't want to allow SPC to build up a lead on you. This is a challenging team, and you cannot afford to try to come back late in a ball game. So you definitely have to try to put some pressure on here.
A pass to Shade. Shade from a three-pointer. Yes, he has it. It is drained from downtown. Shade, what a play with 8 minutes left to go here. That gave some life for the Bobcats right now. Now the ball is going to be out of bounds after a battle between Viorel and William.
Yeah, and this is the run that you wanted here if you're the Bobcats. Again, just finding a bit of momentum here, causing some mistakes on SPC's part, but also, again, you're passing the ball, you're moving the ball around, you're getting them a little frazzled, and that's what you have to do here if you're PHSC. You have to be able to put the ball in different players' hands and try to get them to make that mistake or make a play that maybe goes into the favor of PHSC. So it's going to be interesting here if they can continue that here as we approach the end of the first half. But I've liked what I've seen so far here from the Bobcats. Even no matter what the outcome is, to be able to keep this game as close as it is where it's at right now, this is a testament to where this team is and where it is going here for the future. And
that's very well said. And right now, 7 minutes and 53 seconds left. Bobcats right now have 17, while the Titans have 22. And, you know, one last question before we get back into the action here. What do you think in your mind right now is the biggest problem? What do you think they need to address quickly?
Honestly, I would say maybe the shot selection, the timing of maybe some of the shots. There was obviously a situation where I believe Villarreal had an opportunity to on a 2-on-1 attempt where that kind of got nullified, if you will. I think there's maybe some decision making that maybe could be changed. But overall, I mean, the Bobcats have played relatively solid here tonight. There hasn't been too much poor or anything that's really stood out that they have had to change. So I give credit to PHSC. They've actually played a pretty clean and straightforward ball game.
Heaven to Shade, another. It's in. A great three-point attempt for the second time in a row. Shade has been dominant on the three-pointers tonight. Here comes the Titans. They're slowly but surely coming through the middle of the court here.
What a shot by Shade. 6 points from Shade, and he's basically put this team back right into it.
Pass to Edwards. Now to number 30, which was Tim Okajai. But that was no good, unfortunately. That ball was tipped and now is out of bounds. So here we go. Wait a minute. Okay, they're going to continue the play for a second. I thought there was going to be another foul or something along the lines of that, but here we go.
Adjusted the shot clock there.
Yep, here we go. So Simpson from three-pointer land. It is not good. Here comes another attempt, but that's also not good by Moten. Here comes a pass. That's to Shade. Shade with a burst of speed. Tries to go in. That is denied by the Titans. Here comes the Titans on the other way. Here comes number 10. Here's a deflection, but there's going to be no call there. PHSC going back the other way. Number 32. Here comes the Shade. Shade with a three-pointer attempt. It's in.
Yeah, Shade stepped out of bounds as he made the shot there, so unfortunately that's going back the other way. Talking about those blocks, though, those were so impressive at the hoop.
That's something that we talked about earlier. These are tall players compared to the Bobcats here. They're able to block. They're able to maneuver around and block those deep shots that they really want to. Now here comes number 1 with an attempt right there. A nice floater, but it is no good. A pass to Villarreal. Stuck in the right corner, going to try to pass it. Going to pass it to Heaven with an attempt there, but that is not good as well. Here comes the Titans back the other way. Three-pointer attempt. No, that is not good. Deflected off the board and off the rim. Now the ball's on the ground. And there was a fight for the ball, I should say, from Heaven and number 10, Rashawn Simpson. So here we go again, the Bobcats, 6 minutes and 15 seconds left to go. Heaven has possession of the ball in the middle of the court. Pass it, three-point attempt, that is not good. That was by Joseph Stosh. 6 minutes left here, 20-22. Rashad Simpson from another attempt, there it is, that is a good shot.
That was a nice mid-range jumper there from Simpson.
Yes, he's been one of the best players that we've seen, just talking about him earlier in the pregame. Here comes Stosh once again. Villarreal tries to go in. Here comes a pass. Here we go. Once again by number 12, Marcus Shade. Another fantastic three-pointer.
9 points from three-pointers, Robert.
He's definitely been one of our best offensive players, and that was a good attempt. Took the ball away from a Titan. Here comes another block attempt, but that's not going to be any good. Now here comes a foul. I believe that's on number 2.
Yeah, you're right. Isaac Heaven, excuse me, charged with the foul there. Talking about, go back to Marcus Shade, though. I mean, looking at his numbers, seeing what he's been able to do, 9 points from beyond the arc, and sometimes you just get that hot hand. You're able to find a bit of a rhythm, and you're kind of in sync from beyond the arc. And so far, Marcus Shade has basically put this team right back into this.
Mason Blazer is going to go back onto the court for the Titans. 23-25, close game so far, with more than a little bit just before 5 minutes left in this game right now. Here comes Heaven up the court. Another battle against Michael Moten. Pressure going to continue to go up the court. Going to try to do a turnover, a spinorama, but that is not good. Goes back into the Titans' possession once more. That goes to number 10. A block by number 32 by Isaac Priester, shutting down Rashad Simpson's chance to score there. And oh, look at that play right there. Just a simple pass and a nice floater. Number 5 able to get that into the basket. 23-28, 4 minutes and 44 seconds left. Number 23, Viral, is up on the court. Going to pass it to Isaac Priester. Here comes Shade. Shade going to pass it to Wiggins. Apologies, to Wiggins. Here's to Heaven. Heaven going to, oh my goodness, that was a miscalculated pass to Wiggins. And that ball is out of play.
Yeah, kicked right off the shoe there. Wiggins couldn't do anything about it. Just, as you mentioned, miscalculated there on the pass. This team has been relatively good so far tonight with their passing, and that's really what's made them so effective offensively, especially from beyond the arc, is moving the ball around, getting the ball in different players' hands, and just keeping SPC in check, if you will. So that's definitely been a big key so far here for the Bobcats.
Moten has possession of the ball. He's from St. Petersburg, Florida. Going to go try to go around and going to pass it to a Titan now. Goes back to Moten. Here comes a three-pointer. That is good. What a nice three-pointer by Moten to keep the mojo rolling, at least for the Titans, who have a lead here, 31-23. Here comes another three-pointer attempt by number 24, and it's in. Kalen Wiggins. Ecstatic, but the play must go on. Ecstatic, I saw his face. He was really happy with that one. They need a couple more to maybe take the lead. Number 10, this is three-point land, but it's not going to be any good. His entrance is denied. Here's to Heaven, long pass to Wiggins. That's going to be denied by Leach. Simpson tries to go and score. That's not going to be any good. 3 minutes and 21 seconds left, and now there's going to be a foul, I believe. The foul was on 24, I believe.
Yeah, Kalen Wiggins there called for the foul there.
So 3 minutes and 19 seconds left in this first half. And right now the Bobcats are not far away from maybe taking a lead possibly. I mean, what do you see from this team? What do you like about the Bobcats and their type of play right now in these last couple minutes?
Yeah, I think definitely in terms of the pace, they've definitely picked it up over the last couple of minutes ever since the last media timeout, the last timeout that we had in the game. I think for the PHSC Bobcats, I think the big thing is, again, they've been smart with their passing and they've been smart when to take shots. I think that's been the big key so far. And, again, they've been hot beyond the arc. They've had a handful of three-pointers that have been able to keep them within range of this game. So give credit to PHSC. Again, they know that they cannot beat out the size and the defensive presence that is SPC, and that has shown here in some of these opportunities, whether it be when they're on the offensive side or on the defensive side. But, again, they have been able to stay within this game and play as an underdog, if you will. They've been aggressive. I like what I see so far here from PHSC tonight.
All right, 3 minutes and 19 seconds left here as we'll have another free throw attempt. I believe number 30 is going to shoot, Tim Okajay. He is a sophomore. I'm just getting this right. He is 7 foot, 220 pounds, from Frisco, Texas. He is the tallest player on this roster. That's a good shot right there to extend their lead 26-32, 32 being for St. Petersburg. Here comes another attempt. That one's going to be tipped into the rim, but it's not going to be any good. Here comes a pass to number 20, Lucas Jean. Lucas Jean going to pass it back to Isaac Priester. Isaac Priester. Now it's going to go back to Isaac Heaven. Heaven to Wiggins. An attempted pass to Shade, but that's not going to be any good. And here comes the Knights with a burst of speed coming the other way. Here comes a free throw attempt by number 1, Moten. That ball is still deflected. Now here we go. Another battle. Number 10. Simpson, here comes a pass to number 12. That's not going to be any good. Oh, a deflected pass, but Shade still has it. He's going to try to go for a dunk here. A good attempt, but now here they go, going back the other way. Blazer tried to pass it. Another attempt. Again, no scoring opportunity for them right now. Here comes Mason Blazer trying to go in the center. Wow. It was a lot.
Mason Blazer trying to go up for the shot there, draws the foul. He'll head to the line and shoot for 2. Again, one of the top free throw shooters on this roster, 80% on the season. Some notable free throw opportunities for Blazer on the year.
And you know, right now, PHSC has 6 fouls compared to 3, and you can see those free throw opportunities are extending the Titans' lead here.
Yeah, that's going to be something to keep an eye on, too. You mentioned the 6 fouls. One more foul, they're in the bonus. So that is going to be a really big key as we get closer and closer to the end of this first half. 2 minutes left. PHSC is going to have to be disciplined but smart on the defensive side of things. So it'll be interesting to see how they fare.
Beal passed it to Gene. Gene going to try to do an attempt there, but it is no good. Now here comes the Titans the other way. Another attempt there, but that's going to be deflected off the right side of the rim. Going to try to keep the ball in play, in which they do for just a brief moment before the ball is out. Just approaching 2 minutes left here in the first half. And, you know, we're going to discuss maybe some of our reactions and what our Bobcats are going to do and what do we think about the Bobcats and if this game is going to change any differently. But right now the Bobcats are still trying to hold on here. Here comes a pass to number 12, an attempt, but that is blocked. Here comes pressure from all sides to number 12, James Leach. Another attempted shot. Here comes to number 22, who's able to save the day, Marcus Henderson. Now there's a 10-point difference here, 10-point lead for St. Petersburg. Here comes a battle. Isaac Heaven going on to the right side. Now going to pass it to number 32, Isaac Priester. Here comes a long shot, but that's not going to be any good. Beal trying to get up in there, which he will get to do that. A burst of emotions there by Beal. Now here comes number 11, William. Another 3-point attempt. That is not good from number 22, Marcus Henderson, before a Bobcat touches it and is out of play. Minute and 21 seconds left here. Here comes a pass. Number 20 is up right now. Lukeson Jean, freshman from Lake Alfred, Florida. Here comes a pass. Going to try to do a pass. Heaven has the possession of the ball. Tries to get in there. I believe that there is a foul. They draw a foul on St. Petersburg, which they did. So they drew a foul on, I believe, number 2, Calvin Liptrot of St. Petersburg.
Marcus Henderson, actually, the foul there.
Marcus Henderson. Yep. Apologies, number 22. I didn't see his other hand when they said
That's
2. Here comes a
lot of numbers we're getting.
A lot of numbers, you know, from here in the broadcast booth, trying to see what's happening. But here comes another attempt by Isaac Heaven with 1 minute and 4 seconds left. And that is not good. Here comes possession back into the Titans' hands.
Yeah, and if you're PHSC here, minute left, you want to be able to get that last opportunity towards the net. Maybe hopefully try to get it with no shot clock so you can just run the time down and at least put this game back in 6. But that's definitely not a positive look right there on the dunk.
Mason Blazer, a failed 3-point attempt, and then was converted by another individual to get the points there, but then now a Bobcat was able to go in and make this now an 8-point deficit on the other side of the court. So 33 seconds evenly right now, 30-38. It's a close game still. Both teams showing life here and grit. And I mean, what do you say if you're the coach right now, talking as they're discussing right now? What do you say to them in the last 33 seconds and heading into the second half of this game?
Yeah, I think just finish out strong. I think be disciplined, keep playing strong the way you guys have been playing. I mean, they've been resilient. They've stayed in this game. They've had a lot of pressure. They've had their backs against the wall for a majority of this game, but they've been able to stay persistent. They haven't let this score go out of reach, if you will, and I think that's a really big, important thing heading into the half is that they are still within reach and they still have a shot to win this game. So we'll see how the rest of this first half goes. Obviously, SPC has the advantage here. Maybe we'll be the last shot of the game, or of the half, excuse me.
Pressure from the Bobcats. I'm going to pass it to number 5, which is Edwards. Pass it back to Edwards from number 12 of the Titans. William back to Edwards, back to William, to Leach, back to Simpson. 10 seconds left. Pressure. Here comes a here comes a throw. It's going to get in there. And the clock is going to run out here as the first half of this game has just ended here. And the Bobcats are trailing by 10. St. Petersburg College 40, PHSC 30. Before we take a quick break here, I just want to say something real quick. Of course, I mean, right now, with this game, with everything that's happening right now, they're trailing by 10. I mean, what do you see with this team? How do you think they can? Excuse me. What do you think they're able to do to progress to maybe catch up with them? I think that's what I was trying to say.
Yeah, I think just, again, be disciplined, play smart. Again, I think this Bobcats team has shown a lot of promise on all ends of the floor. But I think it's just these little things. You cannot make many mistakes against this team. And that's really been the big problem, is that there have been a couple mistakes that have cost PHSC some points. And we'll see if PHSC is able to find a way to maybe find some momentum here. They had a bit of momentum in the first half, maybe later on in the half, so it'll be interesting to see how they translate that into the second half. Maybe they can continue this run. Again, you got to be happy where you're at given the team you're facing, the level that they are at. This is not an easy opponent, and I'm not vouching anything. Obviously, you want to be able to win your games, but when you're playing against a D1 opponent that has the size differential that they do and the athleticism that they do, it makes for a bit of a challenging game. So I like what I've seen so far from PHSC. The improvements definitely can be made, small ones.
All right, so 13 minutes and 33 seconds before the second half. We'll come back here 2 minutes before the second half to talk about some of our players, what we like about them, what are we expecting in the second half. So we'll take a quick break here. Second half action coming here from Newport Richey, Florida on Bobcats Athletics Basketball. Thank you. Comes another pass to go on that side. Here comes a possible three-pointer. That is in. Some pressure. Here comes number 24 for the three-thrower. Oh my goodness, what a nice.
Have to be almost perfect if they want to have a chance to try to knock off SPC. Again, this is a very talented and athletic team.
And that's a nice shot right there. Another attempt. That goes in.
Here.
A pass to Shade. Shade from a three-pointer. Yes, he has it. It is drained from down.
They have had to change. So I give credit to PHSC. They've actually played a pretty clean and straightforward ball game.
Heaven to Shade. Another. It's in. A great three-point attempt. Here we go. Once again by number 12, Marcus Shade. Here comes another three-pointer attempt by number 24, and it's in. Kalen Wiggins. And it was converted by another individual to get Well, hello everyone, welcome back here in Newport Richey. The Bobcats taking on the St. Petersburg Titans. I know it's Thursday night, everyone is watching Thursday night football, but we thank everybody here who is watching us right now, as the Bobcats right now are down by 10, Dylan. You know, it's a close match. We've seen some pretty intense moments, and to see a Division II school going up against a Division I school, it's been pretty close, and that's maybe a surprising factor.
It's promising. It's definitely a promising start for the Bobcats in the first half. You got to take what you can see from this team, and so far it's been a lot of positives. I mean, there really hasn't been anything bad that Bobcats have done. It's just being outplayed by this SPC team in terms of physicality, size, defensive presence that they bring to the table, and that's just something that you have to contend with when you're playing a team like SPC. So you got to like what we're seeing so far from PHSC.
And there's some really top players that we've seen right now on the PHSC side. Marcus Shade has been the three-point king so far in this game. You have Nicholas Pilati, even Brian Jefferson or Wiggins and Garcia. And then on the other side, for the Titans, you have, Mason Blazer, Isaac Edwards, Rashad Simpson, James Leach, Marcus Henderson have been really dominant players in their own right versus this Bobcat team. So as the clock winds down here on the second half of this game, it's going to be definitely an entertaining one, hopefully a thrilling finish for the Bobcats to continue their hot streak right now. So again, I'm Robert Lischak along with Dylan Spalding. This is going to be a fantastic second half of basketball as they are ready to start. Everyone setting up their positions here. The ball's going to be given to number 20, Lucas Jean. Now it's going to be passed to number 24, Kalen Wiggins. Now back to Isaac Heaven. Heaven tries to go around. Is going to go to Pilot. Pilot going to go underneath, pass to Marcus Shade. A good attempt there. Tries for the third time those shots underneath, but it was not good. Now here comes the Titans the other way on that corner. A slam, a dunk by number 30, Tim Okaje. Now here comes the Bobcats the other way. Meanwhile, there is, his shoe fell off. Marcus Shade's shoe fell off. A little bit of light laughter here as they will reset for just a quick moment. But his
he
shoe
could probably
fell
play
off.
shoeless.
Yeah. Let's see what happens,
I mean, there was shoeless Joe Jackson
Of course,
in baseball.
yeah,
so
of course,
gotta,
yeah. Shoeless Marcus Shade. Let's just see what happens
It actually sounds pretty good.
That
Shoeless Shade.
That sounds like something I'd see in the best players of all time. Meanwhile, Pilot is going to pass it to Heaven. A battle. Here comes Pilot. Going to pass it to Shade. Shade, pass it to Wiggins. Now it's going to Jean. Pilot, three-point attempt. Not going to be good. Nice try there. As Blazer, where the Titans go the other way, it's going to go back to Dimitri William. The attempt there made, and I believe they got it. Heaven coming back. Passes to Wiggins. Goes back to Jean. Large shot, but it's going to be deflected off the top portion of the rim. Now the Titans coming back the other way. From Leach to William. But meanwhile, I believe there was a travel. Pilot passed it back to Heaven. Now there's a battle between 1 and 2. Nice turnaround move. Heaven dribbling to the right side of the court. Direction from Heaven to Shade. Pressure goes to Pilot. Pilot passes it to Shade. Shade obstructed. Here comes Pilot. Here he goes. Nice shot from underneath. Nice floater there as it's 32-44. Entering 18 minutes left to play. Pressure by two Bobcats. Now the ball is going to be passed to a Titan. Nice move there by number 30, Tim Okaje.
Yeah, now if you're PHSC, Robert, you have to push. You have to be able to get some points here on the board. You're trailing by 14. And SPC so far has had all the momentum early on here in the second half.
Here comes Heaven. Nice, really nice shot.
That was a great job there by the Bobcats in transition, moving the ball there. That is what's been their bread and butter this season.
Going in, trying to do a dunk, but that was unfortunately a failed attempt by, I believe that was number 12, James Leach. Meanwhile, Heaven has the ball. It's a battle again. 1 and 2, Moten and Heaven. This is going to be passed to number 20, Gene. Pressure. Going to pass it to Poulat, or Poulat, I should say. Goes back to Gene. Then a battle underneath, a large pass. Oh, wow, a nice three-pointer by Gene. And right now it's 37-46. Nice pass by the Titans. A good three-pointer by number 4, Mason Blazer. Heaven able to outmaneuver Moten, passes it to number 24, which is Wiggins. Foul for number 30 on Tim Okaje of the Titans. Number 24, Kalen Wiggins, will be shooting.
Yeah, I believe he shoots for 3 here because that was a foul that was beyond the arc. So this is a good opportunity here for Wiggins.
Wiggins is a freshman here. Freshman from Jacksonville, Florida, is a power forward and small forward from San Jose Prep, came here. He is a freshman. 6'5", 180 pounds. As another attempt by Wiggins is underway. A little bit of frustration by Kalen Wiggins there.
Yeah, and these are crucial here. Missing 2 free throw attempts. You had 3 opportunities. Now you just have to get at least 1 here if you're PHSC and if you're Wiggins.
Here comes the shot, and that is actually going to be good. 3rd time's the charm, I guess. Meanwhile, Titans coming out of the way. Number 11, Williams, going to pass it to Edwards, back to Williams. A large throw right there to number 11 into the center, trying to shoot, and it's going to be good. The shot, a floater, past 3 Bobcats. Vertical pass to number 20, Gene. Tries to get a shot there. Going to go back into the Titans' possession. Edwards rushing. Ball was blocked for a moment. Here comes a three-pointing attempt. That's not going to be good. Poulat has it, but meanwhile, oh my goodness. A miscommunication, almost had an attempt to slam dunk this ball, to have this ball slammed into the rim there, and
yeah, definitely an interesting play to say the least there on that play, Robert.
It was a passing attempt, and then it went back to the Titans, which was something that we've seen in brief moments, those turnovers in possession with the Titans. So 15 minutes and 38 seconds left. Now there's a near a plus 20 lead for the Titans, I believe. And, right now it's not over, right? There is still battle between these two teams. But is there a difference from the first half of play to this half of play?
Yeah, it just seems like SPC has been able to push a little bit more here in this second half. It seems like they're asserting themselves and they're kind of playing into their style that they want. And again, 13-point lead, it's completely still not over. I mean, you still have 3/4 of the way through here, or 3/4 left here in tonight's game. So if you're SPC, still a really good opportunity. The Bobcats obviously breaking up from their timeout here. But again, being disciplined is really the big key here if you're PHSC, and also making good shot attempts and playing smart. So, you just got to wait and see here. But, yeah, I mean, 13 points, you're still within reach, but you definitely don't want to allow SPC to extend it.
Now Michael Moten for the Titans will be shooting as that one hit the rim. Michael Moten has been battling all night with Isaac Heaven of the Bobcats. It's been a bit of a rivalry, I should say, between those two players. Always the first ones to get the basketball and keep that line of possession. Meanwhile, it's a pass, although to number 20, which is Gene. Now goes back to Heaven. Battle between Heaven and Blazer. Pass to Shade. Shade's going to pass it to Pouliot. Going to pass it back to number 20, Gene. Gene trying to go up. Nice shot right there. Keeping the play alive. It's 40-51 right now as there's a pass to Moten. Bobcats on both sides, but the ball passes through to number 5. Attempting to block that ball right there, but the ball went out of the bounds. Number 11, Dimitri William. Now here comes number 4, Blazer. Blazer passes it to number 10. Number 10 passes it back. Here comes the possession to Simpson. To Edwards. Edwards falls. Meanwhile, here's the three-pointer. That's not going to be a good attempt as it deflected on the right side of the board. Palat has the ball. Pressure by 2 Titans. Now here comes Isaac Evans trying to go back into the middle. Pass to Pouliot. Pouliot back to Evans. To Wiggins in the center. To Pouliot. I believe that is Shade. A battle between Shade and a Titan leads to a foul.
It's great work by Marcus Shade, able to draw the and one opportunity. And now a chance to put the Bobcats within 8. I mean, this is where you want to be here if you're PHSC.
And Shade's been an excellent shooter tonight. We've seen some of the best plays from this game as the Titans now have possession. 14 minutes and 9 seconds left to go in the second half. That ball is going to be passed back to number 10, which is Richard Simpson, or Sean Simpson, excuse me. Number 11 trying to get through the blockade of Bobcats. Back to number 11. Number 4, Mason Blazer. That ball is deflected. Here comes another battle. Blazer going to try to go back in. Three-point shot. That is good. It is in. By number 10, Rashad Simpson, who had a great opportunity after his first pass was deflected and obstructed by Bobcats. Here comes Isaac Heaven, going to pass it to Wiggins. Wiggins going to try put it into the center. Here comes number 20, Gene. Oh, that ball was put down on accident. Here comes number 11, William, and that ball is going to be in. An error there by the Bobcats as now Heaven has possession of the ball. Pressure on both sides. Heaven's going to pass it to Palat. Palat tries to go in. Ball's deflected, goes back the other way with Mason Blazer. Mason Blazer going to pass it to number 10. Tries to get up in there. That's not going to be any good. Another attempt from underneath. That's going to be good. So 2 attempts by Rashad Simpson before the final good attempt to get it underneath by Isaac Edwards. Now here's a battle between 2 of the Titans, but meanwhile there is, I believe, a foul. So 12 minutes and 40 seconds left here. 43-58. Timeout, I should say, media timeout is happening right now. So it's 12 minutes and 40 seconds right now. The lead is getting shorter though, but it's still very much far away to a certain extent. These two teams have fought all night. And so what have you seen with both of these teams that they're doing right? Like, what is their winning formula, I should say, for both of these teams?
Yeah, I think for SPC, speed and size kills. I mean, that's what we're seeing right now. They've been able to be aggressive. They've been able to get down to the court quick and efficiently, and they've been able to do it seamlessly as well. And again, when you are playing the board so well, that's really been a problem for PHSC. They've had to revert in shooting from beyond the arc and shooting long range, which is something that can be challenging. You know, it's not an easy thing to consistently do. So give credit to SPC defensively, the way they've been playing, and then for PHSC, again, they've been outmatched here really so far in terms of size, in terms of the attributes that have allowed SPC to kind of get this lead. So, I mean, PHSC has done a lot of things correct and have done a lot of things right. It's just a matter of really fixing the little things and trying to play into their style of play, and that's the only way you're going to be able to knock off SPC here.
Pouliot will have the ball here. He's going to pass it to Heaven.
Notice Pouliot there taped up on the wrist, and definitely something to keep an eye on here early in the season. I mean, you never want any player to be hurt early on in the year. He's been pretty effective, though, even with the...
Oh, my goodness. That almost was an NFL tackle between number 24 and I believe that was number 10. Meanwhile, ball's going to be passed to number 11, William. 12 minutes and 9 seconds left. Oh, that ball was blocked. Nice pass to Pouliot, but there's going to be Titans on all sides, yet he was able to get it. A resilient player, one of the best players on this Bobcat team. Meanwhile, play is slowing down just a little bit. Dimitri William has possession of the ball. Gonna go pass it to Isaac Edwards. Isaac Edwards up and in. It is now 45-60. Heaven going back the other way. Gonna pass it to number 10. Which is Stosh. Meanwhile, Marcus Shade, another attempt, but that one hit the board. Meanwhile, William, three-pointer, deflected, an attempt by number 10, Rashad Simpson. Meanwhile, Marcus Shade has the ball for the Bobcats. Pressure by Blazer, gonna pass it to Wiggins. Then that was passed to Stosh. And I believe back to Heaven before I believe there was a foul called.
Yeah, foul called, media timeout here as well on the floor. Yeah, I mean, so far SPC continually to push away here in this lead. 15 points now is your score, and I mean, if you're PHSC, you're at the halfway point here of the second half. You gotta be aggressive and you have to push. I mean, that's all you can really do at this point. I mean, you're being outplayed, if you will, by SPC at this point. Yeah.
And we talked to the assistant coach during the intermission, I should say, and he talked about those offensive rebounds were killing their momentum to a certain extent, at least with the Titans here, because they're not able to go in directly and score underneath, but when they do try to go up high, you know, these are tall players. They're able to mostly, for the most part, have blocked most of their attempts, so it's been difficult to try to find a way in an opening to score and get that opportunity so they can at least minimize the lead that the Titans have here. So 10 minutes and 57 seconds left. The Bobcats are trailing.
Yeah, I mean, we talked to Nick at the beginning of the game, and he said, you know, they have to be aggressive, pushing towards the boards, and I think PHSC has been aggressive, but when you have the size differential and when you have the players that you have on SPC manning the boards, it can be challenging to try to work the boards and try to play in the paint. So that has really limited the amount of success that PHSC has been able to have offensively.
Pouliot gives it to Wiggins. Gonna go to Shade. Three-point attempt. That is in. He has been fire on the three-point line all night. Meanwhile, a pass to Simpson to number 5, Edwards. Three-point attempt made. That is in as well by number 22, Marcus Henderson. Villarreal is going to pass back to Wiggins. Meanwhile, that ball is deflected, going back the other way. Here they come. That ball, good shot from underneath by number 10, Rashad Simpson. Now they go back the other way. Here they go. Can they keep up the pressure? Less than just about 10 minutes left. And now there's a foul.
Yeah, now you got a 17-point advantage here if you're PHSC, and you're just trying to hold on at this point in the game with 10 minutes left. I mean, I know it's still early, but getting out to a 20-point lead, it's going to be really challenging if you're PHSC.
David Villarreal, freshman from Brooksville, Florida, Central High School. He's a point guard and shooting guard, 5'11", 170 pounds. One of the many freshmen that has joined this team. And right now, just about 10 minutes left in this game. That shot, really nice shot right there. That's now 49-65. Davis has the ball. Gonna pass it to Simpson, to Henderson. Pressure back on Davis. Henderson, long pass, tries to go up, but that's caught by Pouliot in between as they go down the other side of the court. Villarreal to Pouliot, trying to get in. Long pass to Shade. Shade still has the ball. A battle between Shade and Davis.
And B.J. Jefferson checking into the game here. I believe this is his first appearance we've seen in the game here tonight for B.J.
I believe so. He's a freshman from Florida here. Oh, an attempt there to go up, but was blocked by two Titans there. You know, 9 minutes and 27 seconds left here. There's still a lot of time to possibly make a comeback. They need to do something here right now. Villarreal has the ball. That ball goes past the hands of Joseph Stosh.
Yeah, and that's just bad there by the Bobcats. Just not a clean pass in, and really a missed opportunity here for PHSC. Being down by 16, you have to take advantage of all these opportunities.
There's Davis, then goes back to number 22, Henderson. Goes to Rashard Simpson, tries to go in, but that ball is blocked. Here comes number 30 with an attempted chance there. Tim Okaje, the tallest player on the Titans team. There was, I believe they said there was a foul there, a hit. And Tim Okaje will be shooting. Has been pretty consistent, obviously, with his shooting. He is 7 foot. Comes from Frisco, Texas. So 9 minutes and 11 seconds here, 49-65, the Bobcats trailing. And they're hoping to get some type of firepower back in them. The Bobcats hoping to not fall to the Titans. B.J. Jefferson back, passes it to Justin Beal, number 33, back to Jefferson. Jefferson trying to streak through, shot underneath, that is good. Nice opportunity by B.J. Jefferson. Pressure to Davis, gonna go a blocked attempt there, goes back to David Villarreal of the Bobcats. Here comes Beal. Gonna go to B.J. Jefferson on the left side. Passes it to Pouliot, tempted three-pointer. And that ball is gonna go out of bounds. It was deflected and out of play. 8 minutes and 20 seconds left on the clock. 51-65, so it is getting closer to a certain extent. Bobcats hoping to pull off a massive win against this Division I school. Meanwhile, here comes Brandon Davis, gonna go pass it to a Titan, which is Simpson, then to Henderson, back to Simpson, streaking in the middle. Davis battling through, that ball is gonna be out of play. And now there's gonna be a media timeout, I believe. A little bit of frustration. They're saying shoot the ball, pass it. They could have had a chance. That's what they've been talking about, at least on the Titans side from what I'm hearing. So 7 minutes and 57 seconds, 51-65. It's coming down to the wire, Dylan. It's coming down to the wire. I mean,
it is.
We talked about it multiple times about how they could win this and what's the formula and everything like that. And, you know, if they do win this game, it's going to be definitely a momentum booster. And I say that because as we look back on their record right now, look back on their record, they're 4-3, .571 winning percentage. You know, they have a 2-game winning streak. And at home, they're 3-1. If they lose, they'll be 3-2. And for the Titans, their record will be 1-2. So they'll match the same exact away record with the Bobcats. But they're hoping to have the effect where they will win. And they're going against really top-tier schools as spring semester is going to be coming up soon. It's a lot of crucial wins for them, at least as a rebuilding team. This could boost confidence, as you talked about before, with this team, a new era.
Yeah, I mean, you look at this PHSC roster. I mean, really, this game, yeah, even if you don't end up winning this game, there is still a lot to be happy about in terms of some positive play.
Meanwhile, that was a ball that was took by number 22, Marcus Henderson. Meanwhile, Beal up, a wave of Titans trying to get him down. He fell hard on the floor. It looks like it was a foul on number 10, Rashard Simpson. There as Beal, number 33, power forward and small forward from South Fork High School, Stuart, Florida, is now shooting. So 7 minutes and 36 seconds left, 51-65. Fouls for the Titans is 7. They have more fouls, but they're still leading this match. But of course, that could change here. Fouls change everything, as we've discussed in a multitude of our broadcasts. Meanwhile, Brandon Davis has possession of the ball as he's going to go up ahead on court. That ball's going to go back to Davis. Now to Moten. Henderson. Back to Moten. Back and forth between Moten. Now, meanwhile, here comes Henderson with a three-pointer attempt. It is in. Swish. That was nice as they extend their lead now to 68. Just about to hit the 7-minute mark. The Bobcats has to do something here. They have to do something. Meanwhile, nice pass to Shea, but that is denied. Block. Meanwhile, a large pass. Nice shot from underneath all the way. Thanks in large part to a pass by the Titan to Brandon Davis. Meanwhile, Villarreal has the ball. Slow in play just a little bit. Three-point attempt. Oh. Almost lost the ball. Isaac Heaven. Villarreal has the ball back in place. Another attempt. That is a nice shot there. 6 minutes and 15 seconds left. 54-70 here. The Bobcats still trailing. Marcus Henderson. It's going to go out of play. There's a pass to Marcus Henderson. Henderson trying to shoot, but that ball is out of play.
Yeah, and you're trailing by 16 here. 6:06 left in the game. If you're PHSC, you're just trying to finish out this game strong here. Again, you don't have a ton of time left to work with. I mean, there is still a very outside shot that you could make a comeback here, but you're going to have to hope that a lot of things go right. Again, this is just a good SPC team, and when you're playing D1 talent, they're gonna get you in certain situations such as that. I mean, that was more so sloppy than anything else.
That was a mistake by Isaac Heaven's part. Meanwhile, that's a long pass to Stosh. That ball, a bad play right there, goes back to Brandon Davis. Apologies. Brandon Davis has the ball right now. Going to go pass it to Moten. Moten trying to get through. High ball, but that's not going to be any good. Meanwhile, it's going to go back to Brandon Davis. One-on-one between two zeros here. Brian Jefferson of the Bobcats. Meanwhile, that ball is going to be passed to Moten. Moten going to go up high. That ball is going to go back in with the assist of number 12, James Leach, freshman from Savannah, Georgia. Isaac Heaven has the ball. It's going to be passed to B.J. Jefferson. Jefferson to go straight into the right side. That ball was deflected, hit the board, and went out of bounds. A bad shot there.
Yeah, I don't even know if that was even really a shot. That might have been more of a pass.
I thought maybe going over, which is something that they wanted to go and do some high passes, but a lot of them has led to turnovers and opportunities for the Titans. So just about the 5-minute mark, 5 minutes and 5 seconds, a 20-point lead for the Titans. And you look at this game, and there is a possibility. You always want to have the underdog chance that they might pull this through. But if you're looking over there, Nick O'Neill, the assistant coaches, what do you think they're saying right now with just 5 minutes to go and having a 20-point deficit?
Yeah, just finish out strong. I think, the deficit is maybe a little bit too much right now, especially where SPC is as a team and how they've been playing. I think just try to finish out the game strong, be disciplined, be clean, and look ahead. I mean, that's really all I think you can do at this point with where the lead is. And obviously you don't want to say that, but I mean, with you having a 20-point lead, you have to be realistic in where you're at right now. And SPC has been playing much more dominantly. I mean, and that's what D1 basketball is. The talent level is different. The athleticism is different. The size is obviously very different. So this has been all SPC here in the second half, and I think if you're a PHSC, you just want to try to close out strong, have something positive heading into the next matchup.
That ball was passed to number 22, now to 32, which is Joel Teray. Pressure goes back to Davis. Davis trying to go in. Here's a three-point attempt. That one's going to be great. That's in with a celebration. Brandon Davis, an attempted steal, but that's not going to be good. Number 20 has possession, intercepted with that pass, and that's going to be in a mistake by number 20, Lucien Jean. That is a deflator. Meanwhile, number 5, Pouliot has the ball. Oh, passes between, tries to go up underneath, but the ball was deflected up on that board. So key mistakes that we just saw, bad passing, led to now even more points by the Knights. Meanwhile, Pouliot.
Yeah, 25-point lead.
Pouliot had a nice shot there. He's been one of the best shooters up there with Marcus Shade, I believe. And that one hit the top of the board. So 4 minutes and 23 seconds left. Here's a battle between two zeros right here. Brian Jefferson and Brendan Davis. Meanwhile, that's going to be passed to Moten. Trying to defend Marcus Shade, trying to defend Brendan Davis. Going to go pass to Mason Blazer right there. Then another three-point attempt. That's not going to be good. That's going to be a bad attempt. Meanwhile, pressure by two Titans to Isaac Heaven. Now an underneath pass, but that's not going to be any good. It's going to change possession back to the Titans. Deflected, but that's going to be kept in the possession for the Titans. Now, here we go. Mason Blazer, another three-point attempt, but bounced around the rim and then went back out to the Bobcats' possession. Very high pass to Brian Jefferson. Three-pointer attempt, that is deflected. Then it goes back in. Nice job by Kalen Wiggins there to keep that play alive. 3 minutes and 13 seconds left in the game. 57-79, the Bobcats trailing here. That's going to be passed to number 4, Brendan Davis, to Mason Blazer before that ball was out of play. I believe that's another timeout. So 3 minutes and 4 seconds right now. And there's a few standout things that we've seen, right now. With this team, and we'll get to those in just a minute. I saw that you have the calendar here.
Yeah, upcoming after tonight's game, Santa Fe on December 2nd. So this is actually the last game for the Bobcats prior to Thanksgiving. So for everybody listening, hopefully everyone has a happy holiday next week.
Of course.
Yeah, I mean, you got a week to kind of prep, relax with family next week, kind of maybe retool yourself, redrain yourself, if you will, or drain yourself, if you will, and then get ready for the final stretch of this first half of the season. I mean, you look at the first half, you have some favorable matchups. It does start out pretty strong, though. Santa Fe College at Hillsborough Community College, two really strong opponents. And then you get into some games that are kind of intriguing. St. Leo University JV on the road in Dade City. You then go and take on Montecalm Community College on December 13th. And then Bay Area Sports Academy as well on December 20th. So, again, you have some interesting matchups coming up here ahead. We'll see where this team is after the break. This game, we knew how tough it was going to be. But so far, PHSC, they got some exciting action coming up, and maybe they'll be able to take some wins here going forward.
Marcus Shade has the ball. It's going to be passed to Heaven, then back to Shade. Jefferson has it. It's going to go back to Wiggins laterally. Meanwhile, Heaven has the ball. Less than 3 minutes left to go. Pressure. Wiggins has it. Going to go to Pouliot. Going to go back to Wiggins on the front side, then to Heaven. A nice floater there. Trying to get up and ahead, and he did so against 3 Titans that were there. Meanwhile, a burst of speed. A nice pass to 22. Marcus Henderson, meanwhile, another attempt. One more attempt by the Titans to get there. That was a miscalculated mistake. Here comes another attempt by St. Petersburg with Brandon Davis, but now there's a foul. A miscalculated pass. That's one of the main stories I feel like tonight, is those miscalculated passes led to offensive opportunities by the Titans, and this is why they're up ahead so much.
Yeah, again, as you mentioned, I think just really mistakes have been the key here, and when you're playing a team against SPC that has the talent that they have, and no disrespect to PHSC whatsoever, but when you have the D1 talent that SPC brings to the table, it makes for a game where you have to be mistake-free, and unfortunately PHSC has just not been able to find a way to get out of this mistake rut, if you will.
Heaven has the ball after a pass by Marcus Shade. Heaven trying to get there. Long pass to number 20, Gene. Shade back to Heaven. Heaven goes back to Pouliot, I should say. One minute and 52 seconds left here. As everything is winding down, the play is about to get a little bit slower.
Yeah, you imagine SPC would just try to be running down the clock. No real reason to pressure, although they are still playing high-speed offense.
Yes, they are, with number 1, Moten up there. Attempted dunk there, but that was a fail by number 32, Joel Teray. Meanwhile, that ball's going to be bounced back to Brandon Davis. Pressure by 2 Bobcats, Shade and Jefferson. Meanwhile, that's passed to number 32, Joel Teray, and then a battle with Mason Blazer. And I believe that was a foul. So number 20, Gene, had the foul there, and now you have Mason Blazer, who is one of the better shooters that we've seen, I should say. Dominant first half by him. As it winds down here, 1 minute and 17 seconds. Pouliot has it. A battle at the edge of the court here. Pouliot has it after it was thrown to Shea. Long pass to Wiggins, I believe.
Yeah, Wiggins not even on the floor, actually.
He was not even on the floor there.
Yeah, Wiggins just caught it out of air off the bench. So, yeah, if you're SPC now, you're just closing out the game, and 6 wins on the year, 2 straight now for SPC. This is a team that's definitely got a bit of momentum.
Attempt right there, but that's not going to be any good by Mason Blazer. Meanwhile, Shade coming up here. 45 seconds left. Three-pointer attempt, excuse me. That's not going to be the result that he wanted. 35 seconds left. The play is now really slowing down, I think. Still a one-on-one against Brian Jefferson.
Yeah, and if you're SPC, you're just draining clock at this point,
yeah.
Robert. I mean, you got the game in the bag here. Again, 6 out of their last 7, they have been able to find victory, losing the game prior to their last outing prior to tonight. So this is an SPC team that's got a lot of momentum, a lot of good things going in their favor. But, I mean, PHSC, again, you've got to be happy. Fought hard, you mentioned. Fought well, and got to be happy at least for the first half.
Flabbergasted right now.
Yeah, that was definitely not what you expected here. Shot off there, nothing there.
And the clock's going to wind down. That last second, just power dunk by Mason Blazer is how this is going to end right here. The Bobcats unfortunately lose against the St. Petersburg Titans, 84-59. It was a hard game, but nevertheless, both teams tried to get a win here, advance their hot streak, and unfortunately the Bobcats were not able to succeed on that remark, but they did fight hard, and we saw that at the first half of play. And right now, they're still in a very good position. They don't have a losing record right now. Last time that we checked right now, we know that they are going to be 4-4, 4 wins and 4 losses, and still have a good winning record at home. So with that in mind, we have to talk about 2 things. Quick tips on, what happened here, and then we get to our player of the game. So I'll just ask you real quick, what did you think was the downfall for the Bobcats tonight, at least in one perspective?
Yeah, I just think, again, being outplayed. I mean, that's really, I think, the only thing you could talk about is this SPC team just had the athleticism, they had the size, and unfortunately the Bobcats just could not force their way within SPC style of play, and it was tough. It was a tough night for the Bobcats. I think the first half was really promising. I think what you could take away from the first half was something that is good and positive, but I think, again, the second half was challenging for this team, and it showed the differences between a D1 college and a D2 college. So, yeah, it was tough.
And this team is still better than last year. That's something that we always sometimes tend to forget if you're an average viewer and you didn't know what happened last season. They've already beat their winning record.
Absolutely.
The amount of wins. And right now the Bobcats are still in a good position right now, and they do have some good competitors as December rolls on, and we'll get to that when we do possibly broadcast in the spring. I think we will. But right now, I think we need to decide on our player of the game if we're able to get.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll do a player of the game tonight, Robert. Tough game. Tough loss tonight. I think we'll let the players, try to get through, and then we'll look ahead for the next scouting.
All right then. Well, thank you so much for watching, everybody. This was a hard-fought game, but nevertheless, always cheer on your Bobcats. They are amazing players here. And we'll see you next time on the Athletics YouTube page. My name is Robert Lischak, along with Dylan Spalding. Have a happy Thanksgiving. Have a great Thursday evening. Good night. Goes to Palat. Palat passes it to Shade. Shade obstructed. Here comes Palat. Here he goes. Nice. Goes back to Gene. Then a battle underneath. A large pass. Oh, wow. Gene trying to go up. Nice shot right there. Shade. And a Titan seconds left. Oh, that ball was blocked. Nice pass to Palat. But there's going to be Titans.
That's that PHSC has been able to have offensively.
Pouliot gives it to Wiggins. Going to go to Shade. 3-point attempt. That is in. Long pass. Tries to go up, but that's caught by Pouliot. Pouliot trying to get in. Long pass to Shade. Shade passes it to Justin Beal, number 33. Back to Jefferson. Jefferson trying to streak through. Shot underneath. That is good. Pressure to Davis. Going to go a blocked attempt there. Goes back to David Varell on the rim and then went back out to the Bobcats possession. Very high pass to Brian Jefferson. Three-pointer attempt. That is deflected. Then it goes back. Going to go back to Wiggins on the front side. Then to Heaven. A nice floater there.